Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I am going to do this last video real time, and I'm kind of combining it with my Freeze Friday update since I enjoyed my weekend and I didn't come up in my scrapbook room. I just had a lovely time just doing nothing. We had Halloween and had fun with the trick-or-treaters and the grandkids. So I thought today I would just do this last 30 days of sketches, real time with you guys, talk about spending, and then, yeah, go from there. Today I have the day off from work, so I'm going to be doing this one. I have 2 hops that are coming up that I want to try and get 1 or 2 done for, and then figure out what I'm going to do for the month of November. So I'm just going to go ahead and start gutting this paper while we're talking so that I'm not wasting a ton of time here for you and making this really, really long. I kind of have a general idea. Let's first talk about this and then I'll talk about everything else. So I'm not sure what size I'm going to make these photos. I was able to cut these down to a 4x4, but I really want them more like a 3x3 to get more on the page. I know it's going to cut some off of the sides, but I'm thinking there's things in here that won't matter. Like even like my breakfast burrito, if I have part of it cut off, you still know it's a breakfast burrito. So I think these are going to get cut down to 3x3. One of the things that I did this month, I've been having a Susie Homemaker moment here at my house, and what I've been doing is on YouTube there's a website called Six Sisters Stuff, and then I've also went on a few others. I just sorry, I haven't talked all morning, so now I've got the coughs going. Six Sisters Stuff, they do a lot of like Instapot and crock pot meals, and they have a lot of like frozen meals. And so even though I'm working at home, my employer still has me on the computer clocking in and clocking out. I have my 15-minute breaks, half an hour for lunch, and so forth. So even though it seems like, you know, working from home, you'd be able to get all these things done around your house and get your laundry and whatever done, the reality is I am still working all day long, and I don't have time to cook or to do that kind of stuff. Now, it does save me driving time because I'm no longer driving to work and back. So that is a benefit, but I am still very much having to, you know, be at work and stay at work and not have time to do household things. So the point is that with the Six Sisters video and some other ones that I've followed, I've been trying my hand at doing the frozen crock pot dinners, and let me tell you, my husband and I have not eaten better for the last 3 weeks in a long time. It's been so convenient to take something frozen out of our deep freezer that we have down in the basement. We just have a small freezer chest. I put a crock pot liner in the crock pot, take the frozen hunk of food out of the freezer bag, put it onto the slow cooker, and set it and forget it. And then at the end of the day, by the time he comes home from work, we have a really, really good meal. And usually these meals are made for bigger families. So we not only have our meal, but then we have leftovers for a day or two, or lunches to take to work and stuff. So, excuse me, I'm going to take a drink. So this has been fantastic. So I'm just documenting those pictures. When I saw the grid layout, I really thought that was a great thing to do. So I'm just going to do something like this because they have the like a journaling card here. So I thought I could put my title on this like recipe card, but I think it needs to be popped off on something darker. So let me take this piece of paper here that I gutted, and I can just go ahead and put it on this. This paper is paper pad from Park Lane. It's called Farmer's Market. It's just one of those that I did get when it was on sale and free shipping. And it's mainly, it kind of reminds me of John Hatfield in a way, because it's a lot of like preserves and flowers and things that you would, like this is all measuring cups and kitchen stuff and crock pots. So I thought it was a great collection for what I'm doing today. So let me go ahead and got this. So yeah, that's one of the things I've been doing this month, along with, you know, trying to do all my scrapbooking and staying up with Christy's. And like I said, I should have had this one done up. I probably could have done it last week, but you know, after working all day, I'm tired and I just want to enjoy Halloween and the kids, and I still want scrapbooking to be fun and not like it's a chore. And I don't want my videos to ever feel like they're a chore or an inconvenience, because then I don't think that you guys are getting the content that you want to see either, because it will portray, and I'm already a lazy scrapbooker. I am very minimalist when it comes to things on my pages and extra embellishments, and I usually try and scrapbook with what I have around me. So yeah, so I don't want to add that to the mix. So that's why I was kind of, you know, I wasn't feeling it, so I didn't do it. So let's go ahead and trim these down, and I'm just going to take a little bit off of each side. And so we'll take 1/4 inch off of that side, 1/4 off this, 1/4. Let's see, now this one can go to 1/2. Yeah, so anyways, that was one of the things I've done this month, and I'm really, really happy. So if you have a chance, they're probably, oh, these are going to end up actually being 3.5 by 3.5. Let's start with that and see how just taking a 1/2 inch off, if I can fit these all on. I have 5 pictures here. And like I said, I don't want to cut them down to the point where you can't tell what anything is, but I do want to have a little space between them for the grid layout. Oh, before I trim, if you're going to do this stuff, I don't know if you can see in here, there's these little green stand holders I got on Amazon. They were like 4 for like $8, $9, and I gave 2 of them away, and I kept 2, and they just clip your bag in and they hold it up, so as you're dumping things in, it's actually holding the bag. So it's like having a extra pair of hands when you're filling them up for the freezer. Really, really cool. And inexpensive. So if you're thinking about doing this, you could do, again, those little clippy holder things. I know that some people will go and take like a plastic, you know, like a Kool-Aid container pitcher that you would make your Kool-Aid in, and put the bag over the top of that, you know, things like that. But it's just a really cool idea. So we have eaten so good. We've had beef stew. I made this French dippers, which is absolutely easy. That was just with, it was I want to say like a 2 to 3 pound chuck roast or rump roast. So rump roast. And then, I think it's now correct. And then you add 1 can of the French onion soup that's condensed, and then you add 1 can of beef broth. And you want enough beef broth in it, so if you need to add more, you just want it to cover the roast in your crock pot. So if you have a bigger roast, you might want to add more of the beef broth. And then you just put it on low for, what is it, 8 to 10 hours on low, and then you just shred it. And then my husband picked up a big loaf of like French bread from the local grocery store, and so we just cut these big hunks of crispy, or the French bread from the bakery. Oh my goodness, was that good. And they're probably not the most healthiest as far as like sodium and things like that. So if you have health issues and need to cut back, you can tweak the recipes to however you want. If you want more fresh ingredients, they're just showing you how to make fast. And then she also says that they pair it with a healthy side. So these might have not necessarily be healthy, but then you pair it with a good salad or a good vegetable. And so that's kind of what we've been doing. All right, so I have my burritos. Let's see. This is going to have to come down a little. So if I can get that there, that there, get that one there. We get these 2 in, and we got those 2 in. That's going to have to be it. And don't move. Now it does call for like these photo corners, which I really liked, but because my pictures are bigger and this is working out the way I like it, what I might do instead is maybe do a banner. I could do my title here and then do my journaling about what I did here. I like how these are lined up. So I think I'm just going to do a strip here and maybe something down here and then do my journaling. And we're keeping it simple again. Again, these are, with these sketches, my whole purpose for these sketches is to show you guys, if you have a lot of everyday pictures, again, I know I sound like a broken record, but they're not like the picture of, for example, my grandson, my newborn grandson. Those I want to embellish more because they're important pictures. They're new family member, new life in the world. Those I want to be I want my time to be taken with those pictures, and not necessarily all my time taken with a picture of a frozen burrito. So, you pick and choose. If you've got a lot of photos and you don't have a lot of time, these are the types of pages that you pick and choose of how much time do you want to invest into this layout. If you're all caught up with your scrapbooking, congratulations, I commend you. I'm jealous. I have years and years and years and years of scrapbooking pictures to do, and as much as I love scrapbooking, I don't necessarily, and I think this is an important story to tell, but it's not important enough for me to take hours of time and money to embellish a story about frozen dinners. I think it's an important one to tell that during the pandemic and staying at home, I found a way to work from home and cook good meals and still have time, to enjoy my house and my family, and, not have to invest a lot of time in my kitchen. So I think that's kind of the difference between how I scrapbook. Again, there's no right or wrong. If you want to take tons of time and effort and embellish, everything that you have with the same amount of effort and time, you do you. This is me, and I don't have that kind of time. So I like how this looks right now. So let's see what we can add to it. So I have the paper pad here. Let's see if we can find something we can cut out, or like I said, another color that we can add a photo strip of. Now I do have these cut aparts that I took these from, but I don't really see anything that runs. Now I could do the peppers, but they're a little bit wider, and I'm not really feeling the peppers on there, or the hot peppers. So let's just see if there's another. Could always be a back burner idea, but let's see what else we have. So I already have my florals. I'm not really feeling that yellow, but maybe there's something in here. Now this isn't bad if I could cut out like a strip of this. So I'm going to pull it out just because it does have the crock pots in here, and it's the same crock pot that's here. And I might be able to cut that and run that up this side here. It does kind of blend in, so I'm not positive that's what I want yet. So let's keep looking. Now these are cute, and these could be fussy cut out. I'm going to pull this out too. There's not really anything. I mean, there's the canned goods, and I could do a little cluster down there of that, but let's see what else I can find. These are cute, but not really what I'm looking for because it's going more cooking. Those I like, but again, not what I'm wanting. Here's some more of the kitchen appliances that I could possibly fussy cut, but I like it on this strip. So I'm not sure about these. I don't like that color, and I'm not bringing in black. The veggies aren't bad because I do have a lot of veggies. All right, so let me pull this out and let's see what we can do. So to talk about more of what's coming up, so like I said, I do have 2 crops coming up this month. Actually, they're going to be in like the next week or so. So be on the lookout for that. Excuse me. I'm going to try and do more of the 6x6 on the 6 again and get a few more of those up. I didn't do any last month, but I did feel like they were kind of incorporated into some of the layouts I did. I did try and use 6x6 paper pads so that you could see and still get a feel for that with the sketches, and how you can use those sketches to be able to, so let's go ahead and trim that. It kind of blends in, but I'm kind of okay with it. Let me just straighten that out just a tad bit more. There we go. So I kind of like that. Even though it blends, I don't want it like in your face because it's supposed to be complementary, not taking over. So let's just go ahead and glue that down and keep it there. Oh no, I do like the brown backside. Hang on, let's look at that. Okay, because maybe I can just do another journaling type card with this. Because I'm thinking the vegetables are too busy, so I was hesitant, but I could do a block of this right here and then do journaling, and then I could decorate it with a little bit of those cut aparts. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me just kind of mark it with a pencil. So let's see what else is coming up. We also have coming up This is going to be coming up, but in the first part of the year, but I'm going to start working on it now. We have another 30-day hop, and if you want to kind of think about it and get started as well, this is going to be starting January 1st, and what it's going to be, we're going to call it the, what was my title we came up with? It was Baby's Got Scraps. So it's kind of the takeoff on that song, Baby's Got Back, but it's Baby's Got Scraps. And so the only rule to the whole challenge is that you can only use one full sheet of paper. So for your background, everything else is going to be made with your 6x6 paper pads or with scraps, because I have a ton of scraps. So to get started and try and prepare for it this month, I am going to probably do some page kits and put those together. And what I will probably do is release them then in December leading up to January 1st. And then January 1st, all of the 31 days of sketches will come out and you'll be able to see. And then we'll have a bunch of other YouTubers that are going to play along too with as many days as they want to partake in. And so we'll just be doing, fun. It's going to be a fun hop of, trying to just use up our scraps and do it together and inspire each other. And that's kind of where we're going with it. So a lot of these mason jars I didn't notice had like liquid in them, but you know what? It's okay. I'm overanalyzing. So let me go ahead. I think I want like milk, honey, the salt. And we can do the little sugar jar. Even though I don't think any of my recipes, I had brown sugar, but not regular sugar. So yeah, so we're going to go and do that. So if you want to play along, start thinking about it. It's not going to be till January. And we let everybody know ahead of time since the holidays will be there. If you want to YouTube it or whatever, that gives everybody a little bit of time to try and get ready before the holidays. So that's where my brain is thinking on that one. And I think there might be a Christmas one coming up. I'm not 100% positive. But yeah, I'm just I won't have like the next 30 days like I had just now. I'm just going to be doing like regular scrapbooking. Still working on my South Dakota album. And I will still be working on I haven't worked on my COVID traveler's notebook in a while, so I need to get some more stuff in that updated. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at, just enjoying the baby, sadly mainly through pictures because I've only seen him a couple times and I've only held him once. He turned a month old yesterday on the 1st, but with this whole COVID thing, we're limiting how much we handle him, and as much as Grandma wants to smooch on him and give kisses, I'm not going to be the cause of him getting sick. So yeah, and then let's see, I was really excited to find out that my niece is expecting, or niece-in-law, so that was kind of an exciting news that we heard. So she told us on Halloween, so I'm like really excited about that. So we'll have another one in the family soon. And let's see what else is happening. That's about it. Just been watching a lot of YouTube and enjoying being home And like I said, my main thing has been doing these freezer meals. I've kind of been obsessed with it. Oh, and I did the breakfast burritos, and those turned out pretty good. So I've been eating those, and that's been great for in the morning to have something already made that I just pop in the microwave before I've got to come up into my room and log on to work. So I'm actually having like a nice, good meal before and you can see they're turned out good. I think this one's like a ham. They're ham, spinach, egg, and cheese and green onion, but you can basically put anything that you like in it. So I'm almost done fussy cutting these. So yeah, if there's anything that you guys want to see on my channel other than what I'm working on, let me know. I think my January is just going to be a hodgepodge of whatever. It won't be like working on any specific album because I'm going to be basically using scraps, and so those will probably dictate what pictures I use. So hopefully I can get more of the South Dakota done before the end of the year. I would really love to end the year with that album project being done, because then I also have my daughter's wedding album. It's like really close to being done, and she's now been married for 6 years. And I have a trip that we took probably 4 years ago now, that was to North Carolina, that I was kind of working on at the same time as this South Dakota trip. And so that's in the same shape as my my South Dakota, where it's like I have chunks of it done, but I need to start doing the pocket pages for it and then just weeding out what pictures I don't want. So that one I want to get finished. And I have, from when I was flying with the airline, I still have tons of those pictures to do. And then everyday albums and the kids' albums. But if I can get some of these bigger album projects that are almost done, completed, that gives me time to do all the other. And again, I don't want it to feel like a chore. I want it to feel fun. And right now it still is, so, which is a good thing. All right, so now all I want to do is kind of put these down here to where you can kind of see them. And I don't have to use all of them. I can just use a couple. Maybe that one. I think that works out good like that. And I want that one. Yeah, I think that's good. And then that's a little cluster. And again, what I'll do is do my journaling in here about, you know, making the freezer meals and stuff like that. And I'll do that off camera. So let me go ahead and start gluing some of these down. Now, if you wanted to take it a step further than me, again, I'm being lazy, you could pop some of these up on foam tape and kind of sprinkle them up. You could add enamel dots and things like that. For this one, it's more important for me to have the story, not necessarily all the doodads on the page. So I'm not as worried about that as I am having the story told. And it's still a cute page. So there's nothing wrong with, you know, having less stuff. It's still, the story is still being told. Do I want one more? No. I always have to remember less is more, less is more, less is more. Okay, so we have salt. So now we have all of our little ingredients down there, and I only have 2 embellishments I can throw in my stash. And so now I can either do a title here, or what I could do is one of the recipes. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is one of the recipes here and then just journal, because this still says the kitchen is the heart of the home. So I don't think it needs anything else. I think that's going to be it. So yeah, so I do want to thank you guys, everybody who has joined my channel in the last month, and everyone who has been so lovely and supporting me. I hope I'm giving you some good inspiration. Again, I will probably get more pages on there that are more elaborate, more fussy cut, you know, have more. But this series, I really just wanted to emphasize, what were we talking, a half an hour? We've been sitting here, and we have a page that was basically made with only using the paper pad, a paper pad that I got for half off on sale, and was able to make a great page for minimal money. The story's going to get told. It was very easy to complete because we followed a sketch. Today, part of my project with having the day off is to go back to all the old videos. So I will be going and updating all the description boxes of any of those that didn't have descriptions in it, and making sure that everyone who played along with those sketches is linked in there so you can go back and see theirs. I will also have the link to Christy's Facebook group, which is going strong. And she's got now all of the 6 series, all sketches are up. You are welcome to link, you know, put your sketch or your finished project in the description of the sketch. If you have YouTube or Instagram and you want to share your links, you are more than welcome. And then she is also doing a challenge where she wants you to go back through any of the sketches that you haven't done before. She put a post up there. If you want to play along, put your layout or your finished layout in that challenge comment section. And then also put your layout in with the sketch that you used. And then what she's going to do is she's going to pick one layout, and that person, you get to pick one of the sketches for the next round that I think is going to be in March, I believe. She's got a schedule up, but you'll be able to pick one of the next 12 sketches that we'll end up using. Again, it's a great place for inspiration. Everyone's adding layouts to it like crazy, and you have, so 6 rounds of it, 30 sketches per round. There is a lot. There's 180 sketches that are in there, and layouts, and links to YouTube videos, and links to Instagram. So great resource if you're kind of in a funk and want to look around. Go join there if you haven't already. And I want to thank you again. This has been a great month, and sorry this one was late, but you know, life. And I think I did better than I thought. Now I've got actually all 30 done. So thank you again. You all have a great day, and keep a lookout this week for a few more a few more layouts that will be coming along, and a few more projects down the road. And I will see you Friday for our official Freeze Friday update. Thanks, and have a great day.